I think the time has come for public intellectual to decide the value of idea. What this idea is all about. I'm talking about all these rubbish things, all these kinds of fabricated and manufactured items being processed through these politicians and political minds, and they are thrown into this public domain, and we all just take a munch on it, and that's what all we do. What if these public intellectual get this very authority to decide the value of public or political talk? See, politicians often roll out certain kind of slogans throughout their political career, and these slogans undoubtedly are very powerful because slogans help uniting emotions of people. But what if the slogan is pushed by some evil intention, some wrong idea or wasted interest? Then it will be a complete failure as a social system, right? Then don't we think we should have a right to decide the value of these slogans, or right to decide the value of idea being pushed forward by the politicians to the public domain? Yes, of course, which means we must have this. Romila Thapar also talks about it, where she says that public intellectual, which means we all people, common people, have this very right to decide what is good for them and what is not. And if this power is given in the hands of the common people, then at least in the name of politics, nothing can be done which hurts the real concern of the society. For example, in last 10 years, we must have understood and learned very deeply that what it takes to be anti-nationalist. Now, if you raise a voice against institutional failure or says anything against which somewhere exposes the hypocrisy of the government or the leader of any party, then you will be termed as anti-national, and there'll be just like uproar everywhere. People will start calling you anti-nationalist, and this is very common in India. Now, what happens when this very power to decide who is anti-nationalist is transferred right back to the hands of the common people, which Romila Thapar says and marks as public intellectual? Then things would be more different. So, for example, it is not the politician to decide what is to be called anti-nationalist. So what is the current definition of anti-nationalist is that raising voice against the government or the authority can be termed as anti-nationalism. When your connection is found to be more stronger with any Muslim person who is doing good work in the society and following all the rules of the constitutions, living a just a citizen life, then you will be termed as anti-nationalism. Now, it is the time for all of us to change this definition, and what we can do in this change, that we will start counter this. For example, we will term anti-nationalism that particular situation or that community who try to subvert the real concerns of the society, the concern which are really foundations of any civilization or society. So if anyone doesn't speak about education system, he will be